Police chase controversy. High-speed pursuits continue to be scrutinized. They can lead to the arrest of a criminal, but can also have deadly consequences for people caught in the path. Thanks for watching the news at 5 tonight. I'm David Custer. Meg is off. Michigan State Police changed its policies 4 years ago, but a chase in 2014 that ended tragically for one family is the subject of a lawsuit. As TV5's Rachel McCrary reports, a son whose mother was killed is calling for justice.
She was real joyful.
Quavon Trawick describes his late mother as dedicated and loved. He says she was a victim of a crash during a police pursuit, and now the case for justice has started back up in civil court.
Man, she was a teen mom, so it's like all the kids loved her, the other parents loved her.
Trawick says his mother, Tiffany Mayfield, was killed in 2014. He says the Michigan State Police were on a high-speed chase through a residential neighborhood in Flint while trying to apprehend a suspect after a driving offense. Trawick says the police trooper accidentally crashed into his mother's car.
Fractured skull, fracture. It was like a lot of stuff was messed up. Her bone, her spine was out of place.
Mayfield died in the hospital days later. After delays in the courts because of COVID, attorney Robin Wagner says they're going through discovery now and waiting on a policing expert report that will prove how MSP's policies impacted communities of color.
The streets of Flint were 2 to 3 times, and these other cities were 2 to 3 times more dangerous, risk of injuries and death, than anywhere else in the state.
MSP changed its policy on police pursuits in 2017. Wagner says data prove that the streets are now less dangerous.
Well, so when you put in place a policy that restricts discretion and requires the police officers to check in with supervisors and only initiate these searches when these vehicle chases, rather when there's significant risk to the rest of the population that requires it. So then you see the danger drop off.
MSP declined to comment since it's part of ongoing litigation, but did forward their current policy that states that it's always better for officers to abandon or delay a pursuit than to risk harm to innocent civilians.
Even though there's no amount of money that can replace his mother, Trawick says he hopes that if they win this case, it will bring the family a small sliver of peace.
Just hope it's a learning process for them.
In Flint, Rachel McCrary, WNEM TV5.